My name is Landree, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a cooking / baking video. I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite recipes that I love to make for my family. I made this past weekend for my brother. It is a really good, delicious dessert, and it is homemade Oreo pudding. I've made this several times, and today I wanted to make a video and share with you guys. So if you'd like the recipe, I'm going to leave a link down below. Also, if you'd like to follow along with the video, I'm going to be putting out the directions and the proportions for each ingredient so that you are able to follow along if you'd like. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're interested in cooking and baking videos, please let me know. I'd love to make some more in the future. For this channel, I just want to do everything, share everything that I love and to do as hobbies, and cooking and baking is one of my passions. So without further ado, let's get into the video for homemade Oreo pudding. For this recipe, we are going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese that is at room temperature, a cup of powdered sugar, 3 cups of milk, a pound of packaged Oreo cookies, which we are going to crush into chunks, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip, which I sat out to thaw, 2 small packages of instant vanilla pudding, 4 tablespoons of butter, but I actually use margarine. You can use either one, it'll do the trick. And those are our ingredients. Now when it comes to the 4 tablespoons of butter, I recommend cutting the butter into chunks rather than leaving it whole. The reason I do that for most of the recipes that calls for butter is due to the fact that I find that if you leave the butter whole and you put it in your mixing bowl, it makes it harder for the beaters to work and get stuck in the beaters, and it just makes a thick mess. So by having the butter into smaller chunks, it allows it to all incorporate together, the ingredients. So that's just what I like to do. But it doesn't hurt if you put the whole stick of butter in there. It's up to you. In a large mixing bowl, you are going to mix together your 1 cup of powdered sugar, your 8 ounces of cream cheese, and the 4 tablespoons of butter, which I went ahead and chopped into small pieces. Once you get all 3 of those ingredients in your mixing bowl, you're going to mix it all together just until it is incorporated and you don't see many chunks of the butter anymore or the cream cheese. Next, you're going to add your 3 cups of milk, teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 packages of instant vanilla pudding to the mixing bowl. And you're going to mix that together until there are no lumps. Once you get that done, you're going to set the mixer aside and get out your 8 ounces of Cool Whip. Add that to the mixing bowl and fold in until everything is combined together. So when it comes to crushing Oreos, I have found that a food processor does the trick. If you do not have a food processor, you can use a Ziploc bag, put the cookies in it, and use a rolling pin to roll over the bag. But I find that that is a little bit messier than using the food processor due to the filling in the cookies gets stuck to the bag and you lose half of your ingredients. Also, a pro tip for making this is if you get a small package of Oreos like I did in this video, you do not want to use all of the Oreos. You can, it says to, but I have found in past times making this dessert that there's too much Oreo cookies left over, and so I used about 3 of the sleeves and half of the 4th sleeve, if that makes sense. And I still had a little bit of too many cookie crumbs at the end, but I made do. But it's whatever your preference is. So now that you got all your ingredients of your pudding mixed up and the Oreos crushed and ready to go, it is time to assemble your Oreo pudding dish. So the recipe calls for adding all of the Oreo cookie crumbs to the bottom of a bowl and then adding your pudding on top. And I just simply didn't like that due to the fact that all the cookie crumbs are in the bottom and you just have this whole big chunk of pudding with nothing in the middle of it. So you didn't get to enjoy the Oreo cookie crumbs until all the pudding was almost gone. So I decided to start layering my dish. So what I do is I put part of the cookie crumbs in the bottom of my serving dish, and I just put a little teeny tiny bit. Then you're going to add some of your pudding, smooth it out with a spatula, and then add more cookie crumbs and add more pudding. Now as you can see, as I smooth out my pudding mixture, Oreo crumbs get on my spatula as I put it back in the pudding to dip more out. And that is okay. That's kind of what you want. That way those Oreo crumbs get mixed in with your pudding so that you have a evenly distributed amount of both the pudding and the cookie crumbs. So you're just going to keep layering cookie crumbs, pudding, cookie crumbs, pudding. Then there's not enough pudding left to make another layer, you're just going to add that all to the top of just top it off, and you're going to add the rest of your cookie crumbs. I had quite a few cookie crumbs left over, so that's good because I just poured that on the top. That way it was just a layer of cookie crumbs to make a pretty presentation. I do want to say that I still think I ended up with too many cookie crumbs, but not as many as if I would have used the whole package of cookies. Now once that's done, you're just going to stick it in the fridge for about 8 hours. I made this at night so that the next day for supper we would be able to enjoy this lovely dessert. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you try this recipe you enjoy it as much as I do and my family does. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I hope that you enjoy. And if you'd like to have more cooking or baking video tutorials in the future, please let me know. This is one of my passions. I love to cook and bake, and to share some recipes with you guys would make my day and make me happy. So without further ado, hope everybody enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you again with another video soon. Take care.